Thousand sins, will I make it above?
I think there's a little bit of high mids that like a little bitey with your voice. You know what I mean by that? What do I mean by that?
I guess like 4K range is peaky.
A little bit lower, but listen, yeah.
Thousand sins, will I make it above?
Mate. That syllable, like when you go to your A's, like it really comes out. It's more like the 3K. Let me show you that region I'm talking about though. Just this will just help make everything a bit more smoother.
Thousand sins, but he still show love.
I'll show you that region in your voice.
A thousand sins, will I make it above?
Make. So look, you were saying like 4K. I'm gonna show you why we're almost at 4K, but this isn't harsh. You know what I'm saying? It's getting harsh. It's getting harsh. Right there. You hear how that make? You hear when it hit the A, it like really came out. You got that kind of screeches on your ear, that feeling. So that now is where I would use multi-band compression because it only happens on certain phrases. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. A lot of times, naturally, you may have just gone to just like dragging that, just pulling that down, which sometimes you want to do, but you don't necessarily, you don't always got to do that. Sometimes it's only harsh, like on certain phrases or certain words. So when you get to those words now, that's when you got to use the multi-band compression part of this EQ instead of just like pulling it down.
A thousand sins, will I make it above?
It really only comes out when you do the make it.
A thousand sins, will I make it above? A thousand sins, but he still show love. A thousand sins, I've been asking for heaven.
Asking as well.
A thousand sins, will I make it above?
You know what I'm saying? So if you can hear that already, it's a bit smoother as before.
A thousand sins, will I make it above?
Right?
A thousand sins, will I make it above?
A little bit smoother.
A thousand sins, will I make it above?
Let's make this a little bit more dramatic.
A thousand sins, will I make it above? A thousand sins, but he still show love. A thousand sins, will I make it above?
Cool. So that's just gonna help the vocals, again, not pop out in any bad way with the lead.
A thousand sins, will I make it above? A thousand sins, but he still show love. A thousand sins, I've been asking for heaven. A thousand sins, I'm confessing my weapons. I was moving with no compass, hard cold from that trauma had me feeling kinda heartless. Mama prayed over my life, said the Lord still got a promise, but I'm fighting all these demons, I ain't sure I wanna trust it. Younger reckless with decisions, I was chasing fast money, trying to fill an empty void, but that cash ain't last for me. Looking in the mirror like, who the hell is that, homie, if I die before I change?
I feel like right now, their space we're close, but it's not as defined as it could be. So one way that you can make the space of these ad-libs a little bit more defined is EQ. So if you shelf, if we take off some highs, possibly some lows too, but mainly some highs, we can make the whole thing just feel like it fits in the background a bit more. It finds its space. So let me show you what I'm talking about.
I done seen the darkest nights, I was moving with no compass, hard cold.
Let me hear the ad-libs by themselves.
I was moving with no compass,
Like, they already got a decent amount of reverb, but this will help them sound a little bit less defined, a little less detailed, and kind of sit in the back a little bit more.
I was moving with no compass. Had me feeling kind of heartless.
Like, my mind thinks of that sound and where that is positioned in space differently than without it. So before,
I was moving with no compass. Had me feeling kind of heartless.
Feel the difference? Let's hear the mix with the lead vocal first.
I done seen the darkest nights, I was moving with no compass, hard cold from that trauma had me feeling kind of heartless. Mama prayed over my life, said the Lord still got a promise, but I'm fighting all these demons.
I feel like when you hear it with the lead vocal in, it's more obvious, that feeling the difference. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like, go ahead, you about to say something?
The only thing I feel like the ad-lib is supposed to come up
louder.
Instead of it's like like a confirmation instead of a call.
It can be louder. It can be louder. But I'm just saying, right now we're putting it in a space. That's all we're doing right now. But you can always change you can change the level. Right now, just fitting in space. Listen to that one more time. EQ move.
I done seen the darkest nights. I was moving with no compass. Hard cold from that trauma had me feeling kinda heartless. Mama prayed over my life. Said the Lord still got a promise, but I'm fighting all these demons. I ain't sure I wanna trust it. Younger records with this.
You see? So the key with backgrounds and leads is the more different you can make a background sound, more or less, than a lead vocal, the better it's gonna mix in. Because you're already recording on the same vocal, or the same mic, the same day. So you got a similar tone of voice, same preamp, same compressor, everything is same. So if you can, it's just about contrast. The more you can create a bit more contrast, like really all I did, just taking out quite a bit of high ends, doling it up, that's the key. So now, level, right? You wanna check out the level.
I done seen the darkest nights.
Actually, let's hear it with the beat in though.
I done seen the darkest nights. I was moving with no compass. Hard cold from that trauma had me feeling kinda heartless. Mama prayed over my life. Said the Lord still got a promise, but I'm fighting all these demons. I ain't sure I wanna trust it. Younger records with.
So I feel like this is the level that they gotta live at. But, all right, remember when I was talking about proximity effect, right? If you want something to sound closer to you, you need more what? Two things. It's all good, bro. I'm gonna start asking you questions because you got too much on your mind right now. All right, look, proximity effect. If you want something to feel closer to you, you're gonna have more low ends, more high ends. If you want something to fit more in the background, it needs to have less of both of those things. So we got less high end, but you need less low end to make it feel back in the background now again. So let me just do that. Because listen right now.
I was moving with no compass. I was moving with no compass. Hard cold from that trauma had me feeling kinda heartless.
Watch when I take this low end out, how your vocals just gonna, those ad-libs are gonna feel more in the background.
I was moving with no compass. Hard cold from that trauma had me feeling kinda heartless. Mama prayed over my life. Said the Lord still got a promise, but I'm fighting all these demons. I ain't sure I wanna trust it. Younger records with decisions.
You know what I'm saying? Proximity effect.
I was moving with no compass. Hard cold from that trauma had me feeling kinda heartless. Mama prayed over my.
You can turn it up even more, you know, just to make it feel like the level where it was before.
I was moving with no compass. Hard cold from that trauma had me feeling kinda heartless. Mama prayed over my life. Said the Lord still got a promise, but I'm fighting all these demons. I ain't sure I wanna trust it.
Hey, I hope you guys have learned something from today's video. I would love to hear your thoughts, so comment below and I'll check those out. Don't forget to like and subscribe so you don't miss any of the future videos coming up. My name is Princeton Brown. I'm a producer and mixing engineer based in Los Angeles, and I would love to hear from you. If you have a brand new song that you're working on and would love a mix on by me, send it my way. I would also love to give you feedback on the mixes that you're working on, so please send those my way. Last but not least, I have a free mini course called 6 Mix Finalizers. All of this information is in the description below. Thank you guys again for tuning in and watching. I'll see you on the next video. Peace.
Sonic Gold Production.